All right, shalom to the elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, the Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. First and foremost, you're going to face the east. Give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. You got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God, his true name in the Lashawan Qadash, which means the ancient Hebrew, is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. And Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel, everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who was slain at the foundations of the earth from the tribe of Judah, a so-called Negro, for the salvation of the elect on this side, for the entirety of Israel after the destruction. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who led us to this truth. We've been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. The Lord willing to be part of that number. Lord willing to be at a part of those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5 is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42, the water for all you sincere believers. And Yahawah, Yahawashi tuning in, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Atham. We're going to get into a lesson, a short camp, you know, before I got to go to the plantation. And the title is, you know, 2/3 in the world, you know, they say that they keep it 100. They say they keep it real, right? For all the hopeful elect, all we see is Mirage, man. All we see is a fake-ass world, fake-ass doctrines, you know? This is a fake reality, man. These people are blind to the understanding of Yahawah, Yahawashi, you know? So that's what we're going to go in today. Lord willing to set upon to the flock. We're going to start at Isaiah chapter 35, verse 1. And it reads, it says the wilderness, right? That's where we're at. Right now, we're in the wilderness. Okay, this place is dead of understanding. The wilderness and the celerity place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and the blossom as the rose. Verse 2, it shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. Right? The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it, and the excellency of Carmel and Sharon, they shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our power. And the only ones that are going to see that is the elect, you know. But the hopeful elect, we're the ones who know they're going to see it. We're the only ones that have that understanding that, you know, the elect are going to see the glory of the Lord on this side. We already see it now because we understand what he's saying, right? Verse 3, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees, right? Say to them that are of a fearful heart, and heart means your mind, like la'ab. That's what it says means in the Lashawan Qadash. It means your mind. You know, so say to them a fearful heart, right? The ones who are in fear of what's coming on the earth. What does the Lord tell us to tell them? It reads, be strong, fear not. Behold, your power, which is Yahawah, will come with vengeance, even power with a recompense. He will come and save you. You know, you true believers out there, and Yahawashi, Israelites, you know. He said he would come get us, and we believe him. That's why we do the work, you know. We disregard all the other things going around us, and we put the Lord's work first, because we believe this is the only way out of here. And if you don't think so, you're blind, you know. And of course, the elders and apostles always say, ultimately you had to be chosen, you know. But this is what the chosen did. They prophesied, they prayed, they believed in Yahawah, Yahawashi, you know. So that's the first step, having that faith, you know, because we know that work's not going to save us, but it's obedience, obedience and faith, you know, and mercy, you know. That's what he's going to give us for doing this work. We believe that wholeheartedly, you know. But it says, by your works and your faith, you must be saved, because faith works. Faith without work without faith is dead, you know. You got to show work. Verse 4, say unto them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not, right? The power will come with a vengeance, even the Most High, with a recompense, he will come and save you. Then the eyes, verse 5, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Talking about those Israelites that fell away from the truth. The Lord is you know, unplugging our ears. He's giving us that spiritual eyesight back, that Revelation 3:18. He's giving us back that spiritual understanding that he's about to come get the elect. But we hope to hear that number. Verse 6, then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. And that's these men coming out here and telling you about this truth, the good news to Israel. You know, that's that water, that light, that water of life that leads to the tree. Tree of life. You know? This is the way you get here is with this word. Verse 7, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. And in the habitation of dragons, and you go back to Tonian, the word Tonian means harsh laws, like harsh rules, right? That's why they call the dragon the red dragon in Revelation. It's talking about Esau, even the so-called white man, because Esau, even what? He came out red. You know, it's talking about Esau and his draconian measures, his philosophies, his doctrines, you know, the way he forces his dollar on everybody, you know? And the nations is tired of that shit, man. Especially Jake, because we ain't had no way to get away from the so-called white man. We had no way to become sovereign. We never had a military, you know, in this captivity. We don't, you know? So the habitation of dragons, where each lane shall be grass with reeds and rushes, right? Verse 8, and an highway shall be there. What's that highway? This truth, you know? And who gave us that highway? Who opened up this highway? Bahasham, Yahawashi, of course. But who did he have put the work in to build the highway? The elders and apostles, the great millstone. You know, they were the founders, spiritual fathers that the Lord had chosen to do this work, starting this off. So an highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it. So that's how we know for well, first off, the fact we on this highway, that gives us a good inclination that we're not part of the unclean as long as we stay on this highway. You don't want to take no detours. You don't want to go back in the world. You don't want to see, oh, I need to take a break. There's an exit 105 right here. I need to go take a break. Nah, we ain't taking no breaks. We serve Yahawah, Yahawashi every day till he come back, right? The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools, shall not err therein, right? Verse 9, no lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. That's who's walking on this straight gate. That's the ones who's walking on this narrow path. The ones who have been redeemed. Esau eat them so-called white man's philosophy, his doctrine, you know, his churches. That's why we're out here teaching. It don't matter if it's, you know, cold, hot, it's in season and out of season. You know, that's a commandment. It's not just like, just do whatever you want. It's a commandment. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 14. And it reads, and let's look at 13. And not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished, right? But their minds were blinded. For until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Hamashiach. It's talking about Yahawashi. Hamashiach means anointed. Most people say Christ, but we say Hamashiach. That's how you say it in Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew. It means the anointed. You know, it's taken away through this understanding that he is the words in the flesh. You know, but that same veil is upon 2/3 of our people. They still blind. You know, it's a mirage over their face. Like they can't see the truth. It's hidden from them. You know, that's why you got these Old Testament Israelites talking about black melanin. It's bigger than that, man. You know, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 12 said the Lord's heritage is a speckled bird. That's all shades of brown. You know, and then you got some Israelites that look like the other nations because our fathers slept with the other nations. You know, it's through the seed line of the father. You know, but there's a veil over those Israelites that say, oh, it has to be through the man and the woman. That don't make sense. When you look at Acts chapter 2, they said they was all with the prophets, and they were all speaking in different tongues, and they looked like all different nations. That's biblical, you know. Luke chapter 6, verse 39. And it reads, and he spake a parable unto them, right? The ones who were listening to him. He's talking about Yahawashi speaking in that time. He said, can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into a ditch? Right? You know? And that's what he's doing. He's got it where, you know, they're all being led to destruction. They think they leaders, but they not leaders. You know, they blind. You know, it's a trap. It's a trick bag. Yahawashi got him in. Verse 40, the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. What's that? What did Yahawashi go through? Suffering, affliction. People hated him. He was the lowest of his brethren. You know, so that's why we down here today at this level. You know, we're suffering the same things that Yahawashi went through to be what? And to be worthy to be his sons. You know, we're going through the same afflictions, you know, and he made it easier on us. He went through the worst of it. We're going to jump to chapter 9 in the book of Luke. We're going to read verse 1. And it reads, Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases. One disease today is what? Christianity. It's a disease. All right? It's a plague. You know, that's not the ways of Yahawah Yahawashi. Everybody can be saved. Then why does it say if our gospel be hid, it's hid to those who are lost? He ain't looking for everybody. It's throughout the scriptures that say he only dealing with Israel. It's a plague, man. Verse 2. And he sent them to preach the kingdom of the Most High, to heal the sick. Our people are sick with this doctrine, this false doctrine. You know? Verse 3, and he said unto them, take nothing for your journey, neither staves of scrip, neither bread, neither money, neither have 2 coats apiece, and whatsoever house ye enter into, there abide, and thence depart. It's Yahawashi speaking. And what in verse 3 through 5. And whatsoever, and whosoever will not receive you, then ye go out of that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against them. So if we tell you this truth, right, and you don't believe, we're gonna leave you be, you know. Sometimes we might try to, you know, explain it to you a little bit more to see if you'll get it. But you know, after a couple times, we're just gonna be like, all right, hey, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. You know? But the Lord got them blind. He don't want them to see. So there ain't nothing that we can do to make sure to make them come to the truth. The Lord don't want them. So we keep moving on. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 16. And it reads, and I will bring the blind by the way that they know not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, right? Because we was all blind to the truth. We all fell away. But the Lord led us, you know, to where we can see again, right? These paths, these scriptures, right? I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. You know? Go ahead and read verse 17. And the ones that he's not guided, 2/3 of us that are still blind, this is what he's doing to them. They shall be turned back. They shall be greatly ashamed that trust in graven images, that say to the molten images, ye are our gods, right? They blind. They can't hear the words of Yahawah Yahawashi. And they never will until they come into the kingdom through the elect. You know? Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17. And it reads, this I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, Bahasham, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, right? Verse 18, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of power through the ignorance that is in them, because the blindness of their heart, which is their mind, who being past feeling have them given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanliness with greediness. And that's the thing about two-thirds, they greedy. It's all me, I. Who else said that? Raleigh? You know, who art thou wilt, right? That's Satan. Two-thirds of our people think that's the way to go. They blind, you know? Exodus chapter 4, verse 11. And it reads, and the Lord said unto him, who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord? See? So if you blind, the Lord wanted you to be blind to this truth. If he wanted you to see it, you're going to see it. It has nothing to do with us. All we do is shed the light, and the Lord is the one who's going to bring you in. You know? That's his part of the job, you know? And he does that, you know? We're going to go back to John chapter 9, verse 39. This is John chapter 9, verse 39. And Yahawashi said, for judgment, right? Yep. For judgment, I am come into this world, that they would see not might see, and that they would see might be made blind. See? He switched it up, you know? Because the hopeful elect, you know, we was out here blind for a time being. And the rest of the world, they had the riches, they had the prosperous. They was good. They seen their constellation. They seen a reward on this side. But now the Lord making them blind. He gives us light that y'all really who I'm dealing with. I'm going to bring y'all out of captivity. You know, Jake. You know? Verse 40. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, are we blind also? Right? And these are talking about the wicked Pharisees, because there was righteous Pharisees too. If we'll really look into that word, we ain't gonna get into that. So it says, Yahawashi said unto them, if ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth. Right? You know? And of course it says we made subject unto sin, but we don't live in sin. But we know, we go off. That's why we fall to the best of our abilities. But, you know, the Pharisees, it was deeper than what, you know, it was a deeper sin than that. They was going off like in a way, more wicked way, you know? They were leading the sheep astray. They weren't being honest. They weren't being sincere. So we're going to do chapter 10, verse 1. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. And that's how they were, those Pharisees. You know? They were acting like they seen Bahasham, Yahawashi, and they don't. You know? Because they trying to enter in some other way. They don't want to get into council. They don't want to be in council. They don't want to get in order who the Lord set up. You know? And they never will. You know? And they trying to come up some other way. They trying to make billion-dollar churches. You know? Lord ain't asked for that, man. You know? We're going to do 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 18. Second Kings chapter 6, verse 18, and it reads, and when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, smite this people, I pray thee, for blindness. And he spoke to the blindness according to the word of Elisha. And that's how 2/3 of our people are today. The prophets, you know, of old have prayed to the Lord to blind them because they don't see. You know, they don't see that they was Yahawah's enemies in that day. They don't see that they crucified Yahawashi. You know, so said blind them. We don't want them to get saved, Lord. They don't deserve it. And the Lord did. To this day, they still blinded. He answered the prophets, and he will answer us today. You know? Psalm chapter 146, verse 8. And it reads, the Lord openeth the eyes of the blind, the Lord raiseth them that are bowed down. Right? The Lord loveth the righteous. Verse 9, the Lord preserveth the strangers. What's that talking about? All of us. Even it also includes the foreign Israelites, ones that look like the other nation. He preserved us. You know, he didn't judge us before we came into this truth. He gave us a chance to come into this truth and stay in it. That was him guiding us to it. You know, no matter when you came in the truth. He relieveth the fatherless and widow. We were widowed. We were cast out of Israel. The Lord turned his face from us and he brought us back. But the way of the wicked, he turneth upside down. So 2/3, he flip it. He make them call on Jesus Christ. He make them go to the churches. He make them build doomsday bunkers. He make them do all that stuff. They going backwards, you know? That's not the way the Lord said to go. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 25. And it reads, for I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, right? This mystery that we're telling you about the blind and the ones that can see spiritually. You're not supposed to be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. That blindness, in part, that has happened to Israel. Talking about 2/3. They can't see the truth until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And those Gentiles, it's talking about us. We were the ones who were cast out. We were widowed. We were Hellenized. We were given the customs of other nations. We were living like that, you know? And after the fullness of all us, the hopeful elect, you know, come in, he's going to transfer us into the elect, Lord willing. That's what he's doing right now. He's rebuilding that tabernacle of King David on this side, you know? And he's got his prophets out here telling you know, and I'm just a new brother, like I always say, you know, I'm an affiliate of the prophets, you know. I'm more than just a friend. I'm engaged in this ministry, you know? And that's how all the men of Israel should be engaged. You know, we ain't got a lot of time left. Psalm chapter 3, verse 8. Psalm chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people, Selah. You know? So we know that the blessing of Yahawah, Yahawashi is upon us. Because we have been made to see. You know? Even though we in this desert, we in this wilderness, we in a place void of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, other than through the hopeful elect. You know, in a barren land out here. Psalm chapter 18, verse 50. And it reads, great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, right? To David and to his seed evermore. So that's what people don't understand. The lineage of King David, the bloodline of King David is walking earth right now doing what? Defending the gospel. That's what they're doing. You know, that's one way to know who they are. You know? And it's more than just that. They got to endure to the end. Because ain't no heathen going to get out here and serve Yahawah, Yahawashi, especially for 40 years. For what? The Lord ain't dealing with them. He said he only showed his statutes to Jacob. That's why we can understand it. He said the wicked shall not understand in Daniel 12:10. So we know what? More than likely be Jacob, and we believe that. Or we wouldn't be doing this work. You know? And we don't take no money for this. And you got that woman, that same woman who came in trying to talk about the 12 tribes chart. Now she's selling she got some weird ass movement or something, talking about some Negro Exodus movement. What the hell is that? She like, oh, you buy 6 shirts for $40, I give you a free iPhone. The hell? It said Proverbs 23, buy the truth and sell it not. The Lord got these people blinded, man. Do not follow these people. But if you are following these people, we don't want to deal with it. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 30. So it's 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Verse 30. And it reads, but of him are ye And Hamashiach Yahawashi, who of power, which is Yahawah, is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. Verse 31, that according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. So that's what we glory in. We don't glory in things on this earth. We glory that we have this understanding. We understand that we have this glory, that we have this vision to see this truth. That's our glory. We don't need riches. Psalms chapter 22, verse 1. And it reads, my power, why hast thou forsaken me? Right? Why art thou so far from helping me? And from the words of my roaring, right? This is David, crying out to the Lord, right? He said, oh, my power, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not. And in the night season, and am not silent. But thou, verse 3, but thou art holy, O thou, that inhabitants the praises of Israel, right? It says, our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. See? So whenever we were lost, we were like, Lord, we looking for you. Why can't we find you? Because we didn't remember that we sinned against the Lord. He came to bring us to remembrance. That's how he delivered us the first time. That's the first way of being delivered, is understanding where you at and why you here. And we sinned against the Lord. That's why we got the vision taken from us, the understanding taken from us, but he came and delivered us already this way. So we know we halfway there, And it says, verse 6, but I am a worm, and no man a reproach of men, and despised of the people. Right? Verse 7, all they that see me laugh at me in scorn, they shoot out the lip, and they shake the head, saying, he trusted on the Lord that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. See? So the world is going to look at you like it's a joke. Hey, well, when them missiles come flying, hey, they're going to be looking to take. We're going to be out of this motherfucker, Lord willing, because we were doing the work. We weren't out here just playing around, Romans chapter 8, verse 20. We're going to do this work while they're laughing. Laugh your ass off, E. Laugh your ass off, Jake. So this is Romans chapter 8, verse 20. Only got a little bit more time. Try to finish all the precepts I got lined up. Once I don't, I do a little close out at the house, Lord willing. So Romans chapter 8, verse 20, it reads, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. So the Lord had us go off so we can have hope in this time that he will come save us. You don't got no hope. How you going to get saved if you ain't in captivity? Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption to the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High, Yahawah, sons of the living power. That's what it's talking about. You know, we were born to go off and get saved. Psalm chapter 62, verse 7. But we don't go off like 2/3. We don't just, you know, we don't live in sin, but we still captive to it. But we follow these laws and commandments to the best of our abilities. You know, we acknowledge the holy days. You know, we don't celebrate the holidays. And that's all because why? Because he wanted us to do it that way. He wanted us to wake up, not because of our own doing. Psalm chapter 62, verse 7, in power is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in the Most High. That's how we're here. Because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi wanted us here. Verse 8, trust in him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. The Most High is a refuge for us. Selah. See? See? So we call out on the Lord, you know, and he's going to come save us. You know, we believe that. You know, Lord willing, if we're of those men, you know, and then the women who are following us, Lord willing, we're those who endure to the end to get that salvation. Psalm chapter 108, verse 12. And it reads, give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. So that's why we don't count on men to save us out of this. We don't count on Esau Edom's buckets. We don't count on supplying and doomsday prepping. It's in vain. It's not going to help us. We need spiritual power in that day. 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1. And it reads, and David spoke unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord had delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies and out of the hand of Saul. And he said, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. You know, he's our power, man. He delivered our king out of captivity, man. And he's going to deliver us too. We believe that. You know, why would we be doing the work if we didn't believe in the Lord? He said to go to the highways and byways and declare. He's not a God that should lie. You know, Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18. And it reads, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Verse 19, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. And that's what he did through this truth. And we see it. But 2/3, they still got a mirage over their face, you know? And all the hopeful elect see, when everybody coming around acting like they love the Lord, all we see is mirage. All we see is everything here is going to be nothing. That's why all we do is this work. The only thing that we can see that's any hope is the kingdom, you know? So I got a couple of precepts. We'll stop right there. I'll do a little small close out at the house. I got to get to the plantation. So Lord willing, this short camp is edifying to the block. We're going to face the east. We're going to face the house. We get double honors and apostles. Great millstone led me to this truth. Have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord willing to be part of that number. Lord willing to be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. It's up and out. 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. Why above a ball? Water tune in all your assemblies. Yahawah, Yahawashi, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Rock Atham. Peace blessed to the elect. Farm Yasharala. Shalom.